You know, listing in spring is no guarantee that your home will sell. So with that in mind, I've got the 3 tips and tricks for spring selling. Hi, and welcome to the Peterborough Real Estate Show, where my goal is to answer your questions about real estate here in picture-perfect Peterborough and the Kawarthas. I'm Geoff White, Realtor with RE/MAX Eastern. Today on the show, taking a look at the top 3 tips and tricks for spring selling. Curb appeal. It's always at the top of the list for tips and tricks in terms of selling your home. Doesn't seem to matter what time of year. Let's face it, first impressions are the most important. Now, curb appeal looks at 2 aspects, or it's looked at in maybe 2 ways. So let's start with what people see the very first time they see your home, and that's most likely the online picture. It is so important that online picture look fabulous and draw the buyer in so they look at the listing, look at more pictures, read about your home. So how do we get ready for that most important photo shoot? Well, of course, some of the things we want to take care of include removing all the clutter that you might see from the street view. So that could be garbage cans or recycling bins, hockey nets, bicycles, kids' toys. You know what I'm talking about. It can also mean cutting back the bushes after, the winter looking a little ragged and rough. We want to make sure all the gardens, even if it's not full-on spring yet and things are in bloom, we want to make those look nice and attractive, or as best we can. We want to get down some mulch on the garden to give it a fresh look. We also want to make sure that there are no obvious repairs that are needed, dangling gutters or rusted gutters. We want no peeling paint, especially around the front door. We want it to look extra special, perfect, so that the curb appeal looks great in the photo. Now, the second most important part about curb appeal is when the buyer actually shows up for the showing. So this is where we want the pictures and the reality to come together as closely as possible. I can't tell you how often I have shown up at a home with buyers and they've been disappointed because the pictures actually looked better than the home looked in person. So even though you get it all dolled up for the pictures, make sure it stays that way so that when the buyers, get there and they inspect it in person, that they're not finding little things that will disappoint them. Next on our list of top 3 tips and tricks for spring selling is interior appeal. Now, we don't often hear about it said that way. We hear curb appeal and we hear about interior features, but the interior appeal is just as important. Let's face it, when the buyer is looking at the pictures online, they need to be drawn in. Something needs to pull them towards your home and say, hey, that's a house I want to go see in person. So again, we want the pictures to draw them in. By the way, make sure your realtor uses a professional photographer. I know every realtor can take their own pictures. I did it myself for a long time, thinking that I was taking great pictures. The reality is I wasn't. So here's what I say to you. First question you should probably ask the realtor you're interviewing: do you use a professional photographer? It is that important to how fast your home is going to sell and how much money you're going to get for it, because potential buyers will look at homes with good pictures. It's guaranteed to help your home sell faster and for more money. Okay, lecture over. Now back to the show. As I was saying, it's important that the interior looks as good as the pictures. So when the people arrive for the showing, the home is just looking fabulous. So that includes making sure that, in a perfect world, we would have repainted everything and repaired any damage to walls or trim. Certainly in the principal rooms, like the living room, the dining room, the kitchen, bathrooms are a good place to make sure that everything is looking great as well. And speaking of looking great, that includes clean. Everything needs to be tidy and tip-top clean, especially the kitchen and the bathrooms. So when we're talking about interior condition, interior appeal of the home, we want to make sure that it looks as good as the pictures and all of the cleaning has been done. Finally, on my list of the top 3 tips and tricks for spring selling, I'm saying light it up. Absolutely light it up. I mean, we want this place to be bright and inviting. Let's face it, when you go into a home and it's dark, you kind of feel down and your energy drops. But if it's bright as the pictures, because let's face it, photographers can make just about any room look bright, we want to make sure that the house in person matches the photography. There we are again talking about that. So my suggestion is replace all the light bulbs, both inside and outside, with LED, light emitting diode bulbs. Yes, this could be a little bit expensive, but it's not over the top expensive, and it will make the difference of thousands of dollars in the sale price, plus your home will sell faster. And buyers looking at a home that has all LED fixtures know that it's using less electricity, and that is a big plus for them. So there you have it, my top 3 tips and tricks for spring selling. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to get in touch with me. Reach out. You can do it via email or text. I'm happy to get back to you, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. In the meantime, remember, life is good and getting better. Hey, did you know that Google and YouTube track what people are watching on their respective channels, and based on that traffic, they decide whether that thing should be shown to other people? One of the ways they track that is if you click the like button. So please take a moment, tell other people this is good content. Click the like button. And remember, to get the new videos I post, all you have to do is subscribe on my YouTube channel. And don't forget, click the notification button, the bell, and you'll get an automatic notification every time I post new videos. Finally, if you've got questions about real estate here in Peterborough and the Kawarthas, check out my tips and tricks videos for sellers and buyers. Hopefully you'll find what you're looking for. But if you don't be afraid to reach out and ask me. Just call me or text me at 705-930-1308. I'll be happy to help out. I look forward to meeting you. I'm Geoff White. Thanks for watching.